Welcome to Era Epics. Dive deep into history and cultures with us. If you appreciate our journey through time, please like and subscribe. In the ancient city of Pella in 356 BC, Alexander was born into the world, destined for unparalleled greatness. As the son of King Philip II and the formidable Queen Olympias, royal expectations surrounded him. Even in his youth, Alexander displayed ambition and intelligence that were extraordinary. These traits hinted at the unparalleled leader he was to become. To mold his keen mind, Alexander was tutored by the legendary philosopher Aristotle. Under his guidance, Alexander absorbed wisdom spanning various subjects from philosophy to science. Throughout his life, Alexander formed deep connections, notably with his closest friend and confidant, Hephaestion. Their bond, both in battle and life, was emblematic of Alexander's loyalty. Alexander's introduction to military campaigns was during his teenage years when he faced the Thracian rebellion. Leading Macedonian troops, he showcased tactical prowess, utilizing a combination of phalanx formations and cavalry charges. The rebels, despite their initial resistance, were taken aback by the discipline and strategy of the young commander. This event wasn't just a victory, but a testament to Alexander's budding military genius. In the Battle of Chaeronea in 338 BC, Alexander, serving under his father, played a critical role. Commanding the left wing of the Macedonian army, he showcased exceptional battlefield tactics. The Theban Sacred Band, one of the most elite Greek military units, was stationed against Alexander. With meticulous planning, Alexander managed to envelop and decimate them, ultimately leading to a resounding victory for Macedonia. This battle solidified his reputation as a military prodigy. As with many royal families, tensions flared. Differences grew between Alexander and his father, King Philip, threatening the unity of Macedonia's court. In 336 BC, the Macedonian realm was rocked by the assassination of King Philip II. Thrust into power at 20, Alexander had to navigate through this stormy backdrop, ascending to the throne. Upon his coronation, Alexander faced immediate internal challenges. Demonstrating astuteness, he quickly consolidated his power, suppressing rebellions and ensuring Macedonia's stability. After becoming king, Alexander led campaigns to subdue northern regions. With each engagement, he fine-tuned his strategies, blending diplomacy with decisive military action where needed. In 335 BC, Thebes revolted against Alexander's rule. Instead of lengthy sieges, Alexander favored swift action. Surrounding the city, he offered clemency if they surrendered. But as Thebes resisted, the Macedonian army breached their walls. The city faced dire consequences, serving as a stark warning to others. Following the suppression of Thebes, the city was obliterated. This move was strategic, showcasing the consequences of rebelling against Macedonian authority. Recognizing his unmatched capabilities, the Greek states elected Alexander as their leader for an audacious venture, challenging the mighty Persian Empire. In 334 BC, Alexander's grand campaign against Persia began. He sought not just territory, but to avenge past Persian transgressions against Greece. The Battle of Granicus was Alexander's first major clash with the Persian forces. Facing a sizable enemy on the opposite riverbank, he devised a daring plan. Opting for a direct assault, Alexander led his companion cavalry into the heart of the Persian line. His fearless charge, combined with the disciplined advance of his phalanx, crushed the Persian forces. This win paved the way for further conquests in Asia Minor. Post-Granicus, Alexander embarked on liberating Asia Minor. City by city, he ousted Persian garrisons, often without bloodshed, earning the respect and allegiance of the local populace. Throughout his campaign, Alexander established numerous cities, with Alexandria in Egypt being the most famed. These cities weren't just military posts, but centers of Greek culture and commerce. With Asia Minor under control, Alexander's gaze shifted south. Employing a mix of military might and diplomacy, he brought regions like Lycia and Pamphylia into his fold. In 333 BC, the fateful Battle of Issus occurred. King Darius III himself led the Persian forces. Outnumbered, Alexander utilized the terrain to neutralize the numerical advantage of Persians. With a tactical feint, he lured a portion of the Persian army out of position. Seizing this moment, he launched a ferocious charge against Darius, causing a rout. The Persian king fled, and the victory was a significant blow to the Persian Empire. After his triumph at Issus, Alexander targeted the crucial Phoenician ports. Cities like Tyre and Sidon were key to controlling the Mediterranean and denying Persia its naval advantage. After 7 grueling months of conflict, the city fell, further consolidating Alexander's hold on the Mediterranean coastline. Advancing into Egypt, Alexander found little resistance. The Egyptians, wearied of Persian rule, embraced him not just as a conqueror, but as a liberator and pharaoh. He merged the roles of warrior and diplomat seamlessly. Deep in the Egyptian desert, Alexander visited the Oracle of Siwa, seeking insights. Legend has it, the oracle declared him son of Ammon, linking him to divine lineage. While in Egypt, Alexander laid the foundation for Alexandria, a city destined for greatness. It would become a beacon of knowledge and commerce, outliving its founder's legacy. Facing Darius once again, this time at the Battle of Gaugamela in 331 BC, Alexander implemented a tactical masterpiece. Despite being heavily outnumbered, he utilized flexible formations, pinning the Persians and targeting their weak points. As the Macedonian forces pierced the enemy's center, Darius fled, leaving his empire's fate in Alexander's hands. Post-Gaugamela, the grand city of Babylon opened its gates to the young conqueror. The Macedonians marveled at the grandeur of Mesopotamia's jewel. From Babylon, Alexander pressed deeper into the Persian Empire. Cities like Susa and Persepolis fell, with treasures beyond imagination coming into Macedonian hands. Though he had lost his empire's core, Darius III didn't give up. However, before a final confrontation could happen, the last Persian emperor was betrayed and murdered by his own men. With Darius gone and the Persian Empire's heart under his control, Alexander was not just a Greek king, but an emperor in his own right. Adopting aspects of Persian court culture, he aimed for a fusion of the cultures under his dominion. The unquenchable thirst for conquest drove Alexander further east into lands unknown to the Greeks. Regions like Bactria and Sogdiana presented new challenges and adversaries. In Sogdiana, a local leader named Spitamenes led a formidable guerrilla campaign against the Macedonians. It was a test of Alexander's adaptability in face of an enemy that refused a direct confrontation. To bridge the cultural divide, Alexander took Roxana, a Bactrian princess, as his wife. It was a symbolic union representing his vision of a united empire. The allure of the unknown drew Alexander towards India. Facing new cultures, landscapes, and challenges, the Macedonian machine pressed on. On the banks of the Hydaspes River, Alexander faced King Porus, one of his most formidable adversaries. The intense battle, with war elephants and monsoons, displayed Alexander's genius as he adapted and eventually defeated the Indian king. Post-Hydaspes, the Macedonian army, exhausted and longing for home, urged Alexander to turn back. Heeding their wishes, the march back west began. Alexander's return route through the Gedrosian desert was treacherous. Faced with intense heat, lack of water, and perilous terrain, it was a test of endurance for the entire army. Recognizing the vastness of his domain, Alexander started establishing cities and garrisons. These cities, like Alexandria in the Caucasus, ensured Macedonian influence endured. Alexander sponsored naval expeditions to explore the Arabian coastline. Led by Nearchus, it expanded the horizons of the Hellenistic world. Even as his existing empire was vast, Alexander dreamt bigger. Plans for campaigns into Arabia and further west showcased his unending ambition. In 323 BC, in the palace of Nebuchadnezzar in Babylon, Alexander the Great passed away, leaving behind an empire and legacy that would shape civilizations to come. Our journey through time comes to an end for today. We embark on new adventures every week. If you relish the experience, please like and subscribe.